600 AD, smallpox spreads from India into Europe. 602 AD, the Third Chinese domination of Vietnam starts following the collapse of the early Li dynasty. 603 AD, last mention of the Roman Senate in Gregorian register. 606 AD, Boniface elected papal successor on the death of Pope Sabinian. 607 AD, Horyo-ji temple believed to have been completed in Ikaruga, Japan. 610 AD, Heraclius arrives by ship from Africa at Constantinople. 616 AD, Shah Chosroes II invades Egypt. 618 AD, Tang dynasty of China initiated by Li Yuan. Guangzhou, China, becomes a major international seaport, hosting maritime travelers from Egypt, East Africa, Arabia, Persia, India, Sri Lanka, and Southeast Asia, including Muslims, Jews, Hindus, and Nestorian Christians. 622 AD, year 1 of the Islamic calendar begins. September 622 AD, the Hijra occurs. Muhammad and his followers emigrate from Mecca to Medina. 623 AD, the Frankish merchant Samo, supporting the Slavs fighting their Avar rulers, becomes the ruler of the first known Slav state in Central Europe. 626 AD, the Avars and the Persians jointly besiege but failed to capture Constantinople. 627 AD, Emperor Heraclius defeats the Persians, ending the Roman-Persian Wars. 629 AD, the Byzantine-Arab Wars begin. 632 AD, the Muslim conquests begin. June 8, 632 AD, Muhammad, the founder of Islam, dies. 636 AD, Nestorian Christians build a church in Chang'an. 638 AD, Muslim conquest of Palestine. 639 AD, Muslim conquest of Egypt and Armenia. 641 AD, the Coptic period, in its more specific definition, ends when Islam is introduced into Egypt. 642 AD, Library of Alexandria destroyed again. 650 AD, the Khazar-Arab Wars begin. 651 AD, Emperor Yazid III is murdered in Merv, ending the rule of Sassanid dynasty in Persia. 652 AD, the Tang dynasty giant wild goose pagoda of Chang'an was built. 656 AD, the first Islamic civil war began. 657 AD, the Chinese Tang dynasty under Emperor Gaozong of Tang defeats Western Turkic Khaganate. 658 AD, two Chinese monks, Xiu and Xiu, reconstruct the 3rd century south-pointing chariot mechanical compass vehicle for Emperor Tenji of Japan. 661 AD, Caliph Ali ibn Abi Talib is assassinated, marks the end of the First Islamic Civil War. 663 AD, the Tang dynasty of China and Korean Silla Kingdom gain victory against the Korean Baek Kingdom and their Yamato-Japanese allies in the naval battle of Baekgang. 664 AD, conquest of Kabul by Muslims. 668 AD, the end of the Goguryeo-Tang Wars, as Goguryeo fell to a joint attack by Tang China and unified Silla of Korea, the latter of which held the former Goguryeo domains. 670 AD, an Arab-Muslim army under Uqba ibn Nafi entered the region of Ifriqiya. 671 AD, I-tsing visited Srivijaya and Malayu in Sumatra and Kedah in Malay Peninsula on his way to Nalanda, India. 674 AD, the first Arab siege of Constantinople begins. 677 AD, most of the Arab fleet is destroyed by Greek fire. The Persian crown prince flees to the Tang court. 680 AD, Battle of Karbala took place near Kufa, which resulted in the death of Husayn ibn Ali and the division of Muslim community. 681 AD, Bulgaria is recognized by the Byzantine Empire. 682 AD, revival of the Turkic Khaganate by the efforts of Ilterish Khaganate and Turkic Khaganate. 683 AD, Dapunta Hyang Sri Jayanasa performed Siddhayatra as the journey to expand his influence. 685 AD, the Second Islamic Civil War ends. 686 AD, Srivijaya launched a naval invasion of Java, which is mentioned in Kota Kapur inscription. 687 AD, I-tsing returned to Srivijaya on his way back from India to China. 688 AD, Emperor Justinian II of the Byzantine Empire defeats the Bulgarians. 690 AD, pro-Buddhist imperial consort Wu Zetian seizes power and rules as Empress of China. 691 AD, Buddhism is made the state religion of China. 694 AD, Hispano-Visigothic King Ikaruga accuses the Jews of aiding the Muslims, and sentences all Jews to slavery. 698 AD, North-South States period begins in Korea. 700 AD, the Mount Edziza volcanic complex erupts in northern British Columbia, Canada. 702 AD, Ash'ath's rebellion in Iraq, Battle of Deir al-Jaymiyyah. 705 AD, death of Abdul Malik. Accession of Walid as Caliph. 711 AD, Conquest of Spain, signed, and Transoxiana. 712 AD, the Muslims advance in Spain, signed, and Transoxiana. 713 AD, Conquest of Multan. 715 AD, death of Walid I, accession of Sulayman. 716 AD, invasion of Constantinople. 717 AD, death of Sulayman. Accession of Umar bin Abdulaziz. 720 AD, death of Umar bin Abdulaziz. Accession of Yazid II. 724 AD, death of Yazid II. Accession of Hisham. 725 AD, the Muslims occupy Nîmes in France. 732 AD, the Battle of Tours in France. 737 AD, the Muslims meet reverse at Avignon in France. 740 AD, Shia revolt under Zayd bin Ali. 741 AD, Battle of Baghdad in North Africa. 742 AD, the Muslim rule restored in Chang'an. 743 AD, death of Hisham. 744 AD, accession of Yazid III and his death. 745 AD, Kufa and Mosul occupied by the Khawarijites. 746 AD, Battle of Upathala, Kufa and Mosul occupied by Marwan II. 747 AD, Revolt of Abu Muslim in Khorasan. 748 AD, Battle of Ray. 749 AD, Battles of Isfahan and Nihawand. 750 AD, Battle of Zab, marks the end of the Umayyads. 751 AD, Conquest of Wasit by the Abbasid. 754 AD, death of As-Saffar. 755 AD, Revolt of Abdullah bin Ali. 756 AD, Abdul Rahman founds the Umayyad state in Spain. 762 AD, Shia revolt under Muhammad and Ibrahim. 763 AD, foundation of Baghdad. 767 AD, Khawarij state set up by Ibn Madra at Sijil Miza. 772 AD, Battle of Janbi in North Africa. 775 AD, the death of Abbasid Caliph Mansour. 777 AD, Battle of Saragossa in Spain. 780 AD, Leo IV died. 784 AD, the Japanese starts a war against the Ainu in Honshu. 785 AD, death of the Caliph Mahdi. 786 AD, death of Hadi. 788 AD, death of Abdul Rahman of Spain, and accession of Hisham. 792 AD, invasion of South France. 796 AD, death of Hisham in Spain, accession of Al-Hakam. 799 AD, suppression of the revolt of the Khazars. 800 AD, beginning of the ancient West African state of Takrur or Tekra, which flourished roughly parallel to the Ganu Empire.